Hey, what's going on guys, Nick here and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to be giving my spoiler-free reaction and review to Spider-Man No Way Home. Now obviously this is a pretty difficult movie to talk about without going into spoilers, because if you guys have seen the trailers for this movie or know anything about this movie, it is dealing with the multiverse and certain characters from past Spider-Man films are coming back. We've seen some in the trailers, like Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin's back, Jamie Foxx's Electro is returned, Alfred Molina is playing Doc Ock, as he famously did in Spider-Man 2 by Sam Raimi, and there's other surprises and reveals that'll be shown in the movie that, you really can't delve into. So this is kind of a difficult one to navigate, but I'll try and do my best to give my overall reactions and impressions to this movie as spoiler-free as possible. So the movie picks up right after the ending to Far From Home, where Peter Parker has been outed as Spider-Man to the world in a video that was sent to the Daily Bugle that is run by J. Jonah Jameson. The video is of the climactic battle in Far From Home where Mysterio supposedly dies, and he frames it that Spider-Man is the one that killed him, and that whole spiel. So that's kind of where the movie picks up. It's immediately after that. The first half an hour is really dealing with Peter and the repercussions that this is having on his life, and also how it impacts the people around him, like Ned, MJ, and his Aunt May. And really all of this kind of culminates to him going to seek out Doctor Strange to perform a spell that'll have the world forget that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Now things happen and the spell gets botched, and this is where the whole multiverse aspect of it appears. So essentially the spell gets botched, and we start getting visitors from other universes that have encountered Spider-Man before, and as the most recent trailer suggests, these are all villains that died fighting Spider-Man. But since this is a different version of Spider-Man, he had no encounter with them, no knowledge of this. This version of Spider-Man is very different. He doesn't really believe in killing or anything, so he's trying to figure out how to prevent that or how to stop that from happening, and this is where he comes to blows with Doctor Strange. Now that's the basic gist of the movie. Without that, I really can't get into other spoilers because that would unlock a whole Pandora's box of other stuff. But overall, I actually did have a fun time with this movie, and I think it's really because of the elements that I mentioned of the previous characters that we had seen in other movies coming back, because those characters were so well cast for their movies. Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock. Those are just iconic performances that really hold up to this day. So seeing them back and seeing them in this version, kind of the same but also having different nuances to their characters, was really cool. And you also get an option to kind of redeem villains that people didn't really like too much the first time around. Like for instance, Jamie Foxx's Electro is very different in this movie. He has the memories and he has some characteristics from his previous version in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but he is also feeling a lot different in the MCU. He's feeling like a different take on the character. Kind of like how Loki set up the idea that there's variant versions of every character in different multiverses. So that was a really cool aspect of it. This movie also really delves into the struggle that Peter has as Spider-Man, which is kind of something I guess you could say that all three of them have had to deal with. Him coming to terms with being his own hero and his own character, and how he can stand on his own and be his own character. But this movie really takes it to another level, and by the end of it, it really sets up a next chapter in what could be this Peter Parker's life. Overall, I like this movie. I'd have to say I enjoyed it more than Far From Home, because I had a lot of issues with Far From Home, and it's actually a movie that I want to go back and see with like a big audience of just fans, just to see their reactions to this movie, because it really has that quality that Avengers Infinity War and Endgame have, where it feels like a big culmination sort of event movie that you want to experience on the big screen. But anyways, if you guys are interested in seeing this movie, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you guys want to see most out of it? Do you want to see the old villains return? Do you want to see what Peter Parker is going to be struggling with this movie? Like I said, he has to deal with the fact that he's he's been outed to the entire world and how he's going to overcome that. And if you guys did get a chance to see Spider-Man No Way Home early, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, but let's try to keep all spoilers out of this so you can preserve people going to see it for that first time experience. If you guys are new to the channel and you like this video, subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified whenever I drop new content. If you want to hit me up on social media, you can find me in the links down below. And with all that being said, I'll catch you guys next time.